First offering on its way. In there, no balls and a strike.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily.
Keeping an eye on him.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, over at shortstop in this one, we'll see an arm that you don't see very often. He has a cannon. He's the type of guy, he can kick a ball, boot it, still pick it up, and get the runner at first.
Carlos Santana set to take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Here comes the first pitch. Cut fastball inside, ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at two close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
A runner on first with two away. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Bounce to first. Oh, and this goes right past him. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Yeah, this is a ball he probably should have had over at first. You see him come off the base to field it, but then it just gets right through him and on into right field.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And another foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Corey Kluber gets the ball for the Indians in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
Troy Tulowitzki comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
And that's taken for strike one.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Almonte on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's in at second base with a first-inning double.
Batting second, third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Coming to the plate now, Josh Donaldson. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Here it comes, 1-0. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. No one out with a runner at second. Nipped the corner, 2-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And taken in out there for the first out. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Yeah, Matt, I cannot wait to get a look at Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Jose Bautista takes his first trip to the plate with the leadoff man still at second with 1 gone now.
Well, it would have been a lot nicer if that number 2 guy could have moved him over to third base. It would have been easier to drive in that early run, but guess what? A single will probably still get the job done.
One out and a runner on second base. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. A shot down the first baseline. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Edwin Encarnacion gets his first shot now, trying to cash in with a runner at third and 2 gone.
Yeah, and all he needs to do here is find a hole anywhere.
First delivery to him on the way. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
And this is maybe not a pitch-around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this and 2 away.
Men on third with 2 down. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Three and 0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
So far here in this first inning, he hasn't shown a real good command for the strike zone just yet. And this hit by pitch here is just going to make things worse.
At the plate, Chris Colabello. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that's a pitch he needs to get working here in this first inning. You can solve a few problems here if that pitch comes around.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. On the ground to the right side. Great stop by Napoli. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, made it look easy.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Lonnie Chisenhall makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Chisenhall.
Stroman looks in. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Line towards center field. Pilar is right there, 1 down.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Here's Mike Napoli now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Nope. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Still 2-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Napoli is retired, 2 down now.
Batting 8.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 putout for good measure.
Here's the third baseman, Juan Uribe. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. Line toward right center. Pilar is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Russell Martin strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Russell Martin.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. And this pitch is taken by Martin as the count moves to 2-1 now. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss from Martin as he'll retreat to the dugout as out number 1.
Batting 7. Left fielder.
Michael Saunders stands in for the first time. Into the windup and the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
You just don't see that, like, ever. Not in that situation. Not in that count. That's a big break from an offensive standpoint. Now you've got to find a way to make that hurt somehow.
Kevin Pillar digs in here for his first appearance. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Here it comes on 0-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Almonte is going to get there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Ryan Goins set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Two and 0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
2 out with the man at first. Hit hard on the ground to third. Uribe's got it. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. Blue Jays held in check. Will move to the third with no score. A nice daytime shot there from one of the many marinas here in Toronto as we're set to go in the third inning of this one. Abraham Almonte steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Stroman gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Here it comes. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
High in the air out to center field. Pillar's there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 20, Rajay Davis.
Rajay Davis will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
Yeah, as bad as he looked on that breaking ball, his first at-bat, he's going to see nothing but breaking balls in this one.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Yeah, the third baseman's playing back right here. It was almost like he was daring him to bunt. So he had to charge a long way to come in and get this thing. But he manages to come in, get the throw off, and get his man at first.
In now, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Right there for strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
The 1-2 pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Third inning, no score to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. Tulowitzki ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Troy Tulowitzki digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Hit down the third base line, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2. Tulowitzki comes up empty there as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, just an excellent sequence on the mound that time, and we're going to run you right back through it right here on Show Track. Now you're going to notice as the dots come up, the trend, pretty evident. Everything's going to be down around the knees or lower. Now, the more you can stay out of any guy's wheelhouse, the better off you're going to be, and it worked perfectly right here.
Josh Donaldson is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.